Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this video by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to my teachers, elder apostles, and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect. Alright, late night lesson. Through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Lord willing, this will be edifying. It says here, we have to understand the times that we're in. Okay? Every day brings us a step closer to total chaos. Okay? But we understand that all these things must come. Okay, as it says in Matthew 24. Matthew 24 and verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Okay, it's very important that you have the proper doctrine, that you're being guided by the spirit of truth, according to the testimony, according to the spirit. Okay, you have to be guided. Okay, let me pray unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that you're not being led astray. Okay, especially in the times that we're in. Okay, because again, the doors of repentance are closing. You have to make sure that you're calling upon the right name. You have to make sure that you're obeying the correct doctrine. Okay, you see, time is running short. Okay, and if you don't have these two elements, if you don't have faith, okay, you're gonna be left stranded in the midst of those evils. Okay, you will not be protected. Okay, the Lord is not gonna cover you. He's not gonna set a hedge over you because you haven't followed Him according to the spirit and truth pertaining to the true worshipers of the Lord. Okay, the Lord is gonna, as it says, even pertaining to those that call upon the Lord, it says, many shall call upon the Lord in that day, but the Lord is gonna tell them to get thee away from me, ye workers of iniquity. This is Satan. Okay, so yeah, you see, he's gonna tell them, get thee away from me. I don't know you. Okay, so the Lord is gonna tell them basically, the whole time you thought you were in the truth, you're actually doing evil. Okay, you're against me the whole time. Okay, so a lot of people are gonna be shocked, confused, confounded. Okay, in that time because they haven't been following Yahweh Hashem Yahushai the correct way. Okay, there is one way to follow after the Lord. There is one doctrine. There is one faith. Okay, so again, make sure that you do not take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, the anointed, and shall deceive many. And that goes into all those different philosophies that claim to be the answer, the MOTB, okay, bowing down to this wicked system to save your life. That could be associated with them pertaining to their new world order being the solution to all that chaos, to all that problem. But no, man. Okay, because again, at the end, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to establish righteousness on the earth. He's going to establish a system where the whole earth is following after the vibration of righteousness. Okay, following after the fear of the Lord. Okay, so why would you put your chips in the kingdom that will be destroyed, in the kingdom of Esau Edom? Okay, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nations, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Is the beginning of sorrows. All these things, okay? It tells you that at one point, that day is going to be like no other day, as it says here. And again, let's see, I'll skip this. It says here, where is it? Here we go. Is it this one? Salakia. Okay. Okay. I know it's in Matthew 24, but it's like it's the fatigue that's getting me. But let me just jump to. Let me see. You're in the parable of four winds. No, that's about Yahushai. Let me see. I'm gonna just paraphrase it so like I can find it. If brothers know the precept, you could just place it on the comment board, Baba Kasha. But as it says, in those days, is gonna be the worst day. Something similar to Daniel 1 and Daniel 12 and 1. As a matter of fact, let me get that just so you can get the understanding. It says similar precept to it says basically the same thing. It says here in Daniel's 12 and 1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, that great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. Okay, so we're coming into unprecedented times. Okay, there's no event in human history that could compare to what the Lord is preparing to bring, okay, upon the earth. This is going to be the magnum opus of judgment that the Lord is bringing. Okay, just as what the Lord did in Egypt during the Exodus, during the first Exodus. Now during the second Exodus, the Lord will do a greater work, so that the second Exodus will overshadow the acts of the first Exodus, so that His name may be renowned. Okay, so again it says here, there shall be a time of trouble. Okay, not of peace, not of joy, not of mirth. There shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And for you to be written in the book, it's a question of predestination. Okay, it's a question of you. It's a question of the Lord having mercy on you, putting the Spirit in you to seek Him. Okay, and once you come to this understanding, come to the truth of following after Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you pray that He doesn't take away His Spirit from you, and then you put on as the elect to make your calling and election sure, because many were called but few were chosen. Okay, it's not enough to know the truth. You have to serve the Lord with fear and trembling, and pray for mercy. Okay, and hope that uh, that your righteousness or your faith and your works were enough to secure a spot for salvation. But again, it was predestinated. Okay, but again, only the elect will put on as the elect. Okay, so going back to Matthew 24, it reads, okay, so so it says here, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. Okay, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Okay, so again, that speaks of the how the Lord is gonna how the day of the Lord is gonna appear upon these people unawares, even unawares in the fact that even if the Lord has sent His prophets to proclaim His return, okay, these people rejected the warning. They rejected the message. Okay, they blocked their ears, they shut their eyes. Okay, they went along with their mirthing, they went along with their day, they went along with their vanity. Okay, they went along with they went along with serving the desire of serving their own lust. Okay, they chased after their own lust. Okay, and then that speaks about the element of surprise, of how these people unaware, judgment is going to hit them, and they're going to be hit unexpected. For them, it's going to be an unexpected day. Okay, it's going to be an unexpected judgment. And again, as it says, the day of the Lord is going to be as darkness and not light, as if a man fleeth from a lion, to be chased by a bear, and just to end up bitten by a snake, which eventually leads to your death. There is no escape. Tribulation after tribulation, polycrisis, and a situation where you can't escape the hand of the Lord. If the Lord has his eyes set upon you to make you suffer, you will suffer, and then you will be destroyed. Okay, but if the Lord has his eyes on you to protect you, to keep you, to feed you, okay, to exalt you, hey, no one can say anything against it. The Lord will do what the Lord will do. His will his counsel shall stand. Okay, so these people are the people that are in the world that don't follow after the vibration of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will be left to their own devices, and will have to fend for themselves in that day of great evil, in the day of massive judgment. Okay, and the day of total chaos, and these people will not be ready. Okay, and that's what's gonna make a difference between those that serve the Lord and those that don't serve the Lord. You're going to be able to witness the difference. It's going to be evident. Okay, just as it's evident in a sense, in a carnal sense, you can see the men that go out in the highways and byways. They're sacrificing their lives, their livelihoods, by going out in the highways and byways, pushing forth this word, the vibration of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, how they're making themselves separate from the world by walking in the fear of the Lord. Okay, going out in the highways and byways, making their bodies a living sacrifice. Okay, you can see just by the looks. Okay, by the garments. Okay, by the message that they're being pushed. But again, like I mentioned, there's one faith, there's one truth. Okay, so not everyone that has the garments, that has that's out in the highways and byways has the proper message. Again, you have to find the proper teachers. Okay, so it says here. So man, it's like, yeah, something was in my mind, but it left. No, man, we need this new bodies. We need salvation, man. Okay, unawares, yeah. So it says here, First Thessalonians, I believe it's 5. It says here in 1 Thessalonians 5:1, but the times and the season, brethren. No, I had something before that. Isaiah 33 and I believe 33:6 or 9. Isaiah 33:9. No, and 6. Yeah, here we go. Isaiah 33:6, and it reads, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So again, the fear of the Lord meaning what? That you're obeying him, that you're walking according to his law, statutes, and commandments, that you're trusting in Yahweh Shai. Okay, that you're conforming you're not following after the vibration of the world, but you're transformed by the renewing of your mind in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Okay, the wisdom and knowledge comes from the understanding that comes from the scriptures, the prophecies, the knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, so knowing these things, knowing that the Lord is the source of all these evils, knowing that the Lord is going to be your only venue for salvation, so you're not going to turn to anyone else. Okay, you're not going to put your trust in man. You're going to trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that he will provide for you in that time, that he will defend you in that time, just as it says, the days of evil are at hand, but I shall defend you. Okay, I am the guide of them that trust me, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so again, the Lord is going to make a difference, a visible difference between those that serve him and those that don't. okay, by the judgment that the Lord will bring, and by the security and and protection that he will have for those that serve him. Okay, so the judgment for the disobedient, and salvation for those that obey. Okay, so it says here in 1 Thessalonians 5:1, but of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. So when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Sudden destruction cometh upon them. Okay, that's and again, as the title of the lesson entails, every day brings us closer and closer to total chaos. And as these things are necessary before the kingdom of heaven be established. Because just as this kingdom, this society, this empire of the Edomites was established of the blood of the saints, of lies and deceit, of violence, that's the same way that the Lord, with great violence, will the Lord shake this kingdom and bring it to the ground. Okay, so it says here, for they shall for when they shall see for when they shall see peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, they shall not escape. Okay, you see, when they shall say peace and safety. So that's the message that they're gonna push forth to the world. Okay, with the MOTB, they're gonna say, oh yeah, we have answers. All you have to do is take the mark of the beast, and then you could go back to normalcy. Okay, you can go back to normal. You can live a normal life. You can buy your Starbucks. You can buy and sell. You can pay your rent. Oh, everything will go back to normal. Matter of fact, you won't even have to walk around with your wallet, because everything will be in your chip that's gonna be in your body. You're not gonna lose your hand. If you put the microchip in your head, you're not gonna walk out the house without your head. You know, everything will be there. Okay, you'll never lose your. You see, you'll never lose your chip. They'll always be with you. You see, so they're gonna push it as a conveniency. And the people that don't have the knowledge and understanding, that refuse to acknowledge that the mark of the beast is the microchip, that these people are seeking to push forth on the worlds who come. Okay, they'll be lost, man. Okay, you see, and they're gonna push us as peace and safety, but we know that the Lord is gonna bring evil and only evil in this kingdom. Okay, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child. Okay, and then even the fact that they take the mark of the beast, that's gonna be another source of separation between the elect and the non-elect, because the elect will never bow down. They love not their lives unto death. Okay, they would rather choose to die than to be implemented with a microchip. Okay, knowing that doing so, they separate themselves from the love of the Lord. Okay, on this side. Okay, it says here, verse 4, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Okay, ye are all the children of light, the children of knowledge, the children of understanding. Okay, the children that fear the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of the darkness. Darkness going into the ignorance, and in the fact that we do not know the Lord, nor do we serve him, nor do we seek for him, nor do we do the things that are pleasing unto him. Okay, that's what it means, that you're a children of darkness, that you're of the night, that you're of the darkness. That means that you're in complete opposition to the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, so then let me end up with this. Ezekiel 7:7 and 5. For thus saith the Lord power, and evil and only evil, behold, is come. And evil and only evil, behold, is come. Not peace, not good, not joy, not mirth, not good times. Okay, not joyfulness. Okay, the Lord is bringing evils. Okay, you see, every transition of kingdom is a tyrann. So like every transition. No, I won't say every. Okay, I'll say the majority of kingdoms, when they're transferred from one kingdom to another, is usually preceded by violence, by war, by bloodshed. Okay, the transition of power usually comes with a conflict. Okay, one kingdom overpowers another kingdom. Okay, until the next kingdom rises up to take the current kingdom out of the way. And that's exactly what Yahushua will do. Okay, as it says, he's the conquering lion of Judah. Okay, he will come. He will in righteousness and judgment will he plead with all flesh. Okay, actually, let me get that. Revelation 19 and it says here in 11, and I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness doth he judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and his head were many crowns, and on his head were many crowns, for he had the name written that no man knew but he himself. Okay, and that's speaking of Yahushua. And he was clothed with the vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High. And the armies of heaven, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, and white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, and with it he should smite the nations. And with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treaded the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the Almighty power. And he had a name, and he had on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Okay, speaking of Yahushua and how he's going to, at the end of all these evils, at his return, he will abase all these nations, all these armies. Okay, all the heathen, okay, will be brought to subjection under Yahushua, under the 144,000 elect. Okay, the government body of the kingdom to come, and the children of Israel. Okay, the elect, the great multitude. Okay, and that's going to be forever. Okay, but before these things happen, and even up until that point, evils and only evils will come. Okay, we're coming to a moment of chaos, unadulterated chaos. Okay, and except you are protected by the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you will be left to fend for yourself. So this is the time now to seek for the Lord while he may be found. Okay, as it says, before the times of evil, think upon the evils to come before you make your prayer, before you come to the Lord. Okay, because again, the Lord is going to prepare to make great judgment, his magnum opus of judgment. Okay, his greatest work of judgment, worldwide, global judgment. Okay, this is the times that we're coming into. Okay, and again, you have to remember that the times are the Lord has quickened the days. Yeah, the Lord is making the time go faster for the elect's sake, because we are we're a part of that number, because the elect are crying day and night, sighing and crying for salvation and to bring an end to this wicked kingdom. And as it says, the Lord will come and deliver his servants speedily. All right, Lord willing, this was edifying, straight to the point. Until next time.